Hey, Papa G! I want to say thank you so much for making these amazing montages. It's going to really level up the show tonight. So, you're a rock star. Love you, buddy. Have a good day. We'll see you tonight. So, we are deep within the preparation stage of tonight's show. We are playing at The Stranger, which happens to be like our favorite venue here in New York City. It's really off the wall. It's crazy. It's got nooks and crannies. It's got all sorts of performers in all different disciplines. Just a crazy, amazing spot for artists, for people that want to go party and have fun. With that being said, we are playing our second show as the Viberizers, which is a project that Crystal and I started, and we have included a bunch of friends that have now become Viberizers with us. It's not about me or about Crystal, it's about a whole group of people, and hopefully it just keeps building. So we have, I just got done leaving a message for our friend Johnny Papa George that made amazing video montages these last few days that we're going to be using throughout the party tonight up on the screens. I'm preparing musical cues right now. And we have our best friends, Zach and Johnny, are performing as Doc and Marty McFly at the party tonight because it's a time traveling event. It's called the Time Traveler's Ball. It's going to be awesome. I am so excited. We did this party a couple months ago. It was a huge success, and we just had so much fun. I am a creative at heart. I'm not very business minded. And with that being said, this gives me so much creative fulfillment, I guess. I'm making remixes and mashups. I get to come up with some additional creative cues for these actors' performances throughout the show, coming up with lighting cues. We're coming up with video assets to be projected up on the video screens. I did last party a couple months ago. Johnny Papa George has come on board and taken that weight off my shoulders, which is amazing. And there's just so many things to it. In the exact same night, I get to play with Dora the Explorer, which is my mobile DJ rig that I literally mount to my chest. And I get to walk around a party and perform on, which brings me so much fulfillment. It's this lady right here. So that is her inside of her case. And then I get to finish out the show on a set up on the main stage. It's going to be awesome. We're also dressing up as Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, Crystal and I. And so we get to do some acting, environmental acting as well. It's just so many different little creative elements, including costume design and such, that we get to do all in the exact same show. And it brings me so much happiness. So I'm putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort into this show. This house was cleaned this morning. Now you can check it out. This house has become an absolute mess. These are all of our costumes, some DJ electronic stuff prepped there. We have Dora right here, some camera gears going with us, some more costumes and props that we can use to get people engaged with the party. So really, this is just going to be a really amazing opportunity for us to hammer all this out. So we have 3 hours until we have to leave. I still have all these video assets to get ready, some more music prepped on my USB keys. I have to get this house cleaned, everything organized, and an inventory done so I make sure everything makes it back home with us at the end of the night, because we'll have 4 different bags full of stuff. I am crazy excited. So this is exactly what I'm meant to do. I've been DJing since I was 14 or something years old, and just been learning all these different tools and tricks and skills through the years, and it feels so nice that I used to just perform one function typically, or maybe 2 functions at a single party. Now we get to do 4 or 5 different skill sets at the same party, which is finding that right balance is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of preparation work that goes into the party before I get there, so then I can kind of hopefully turn off my brain as much as possible and just be really engaged with the guests and get everyone really excited. So if you don't know already, check us out. It's at Viberizers on Instagram. We actually have a YouTube channel we just started too, but VIBERISERS. I feel a little dyslexic when I'm not writing it down on paper, but I'll get some footage from the party tonight for sure. but we're immediately going from our party, which happens to be with the group Matinee. Our friend Mike Vosters, who's a rock star, has a party company that they started, and their whole theme is to party from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is a time frame that Crystal has been super into the last few years, at a couple different parties that she's found around the city here in New York. But it's a time slot that's really hard to fill. Being in other cities, it's not something I really pursued in all these years of partying, hosting parties and such. And it's really hard to find people that can fill these slots. But there's such demand, and there's so many people here in New York City that it just totally works great. And now, as like an aging party goer, somebody that's more mature in the scene, and I still want to absolutely rave and party, go to rock shows and country and jazz and EDM shows. It's nice to be able to do that at like a reasonable hour a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times. With that being said, being able to party from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. is perfect, because when you go in a nightclub and the lights are off, you kind of feel like you're in a casino in Vegas and you have no idea what time it is. This party in particular, by 7 p.m. last October, was popping. It felt like 2 a.m. at a big club. Just the way everyone was turning up, it was amazing. But it also drives a little bit older crowd, which is great too. You're talking about like people in the 30s to mid 40s, which is our age range. Crystal and I are slap dab right in the middle of that age range. And it makes it great because these people have typically been partying for a long time. They're more mature partiers. There's not like this weird, awkward energy in the room or this weird sexual tension that you get with a lot of younger party goers a lot of times. In addition to that, it's actually not that heavy of a drinking crowd that I notice. So it's not just a bunch of like really messed up people spilling their beer down your back on the dance floor and just, everything that comes along with that. Just feels like, not necessarily just sober people, but just like, not messed up people. And that kind of feels great because I was more or less a sober party goer for a majority of my party career. And majority of the parties I do, I just like feeling good and I just get down with the music. And that means that no drugs, no alcohol, none of that stuff has to be involved. Just have a good old time. And there's a lot of people doing that at these matinee parties, and that's an awesome, awesome vibe. So what else? That's about it. I got to get to work. We don't have much time left. So tomorrow, I'll show you some footage from tonight's epic show. We'll do a little recap. And tomorrow's going to be awesome because we have a lot on the plate. We have a birthday party we're supposed to go to. We have a luncheon album release party. We have a feed, the local community event with Crystal's restaurant Home Freet. We have to do a bit of packing because the next day we fly out to Puerto Rico with my mother. I'm so excited about that. She lives in southern Utah. So she's on the other side of the country. And I've never got to do a mother-son trip with her. But I'm going to tell you more about that when we get to packing. For now, though, I got to get to work. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is like the easiest ever format for vlogs, something I would never, ever consider before. I'm really good at talking, and I try to minimize that on the old vlogs. Just like talk when you need to, show people what you're talking about, and lots of cuts and a lot of considerations to what I'm showing and how I'm doing things. I'm kind of doing away with that for these 30 days and just being like honest with the camera and being myself and giving you guys a peek behind the curtain. So as for now, another 10-minute episode, 11-minute episode. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys. Love you so much. And let's get to it. Party time. Woo!